interface. And all right, yeah, sweet. It looks like it's connected. Preparing the stream, and I think we are live. What's up, everybody? How's this look? It feels like there's a bit of a lag on my end. It's been a second since I've done a stream, so let's hope that this looks good for you. But let me know everything sounds and looks good. We'll let some people get in here, and then we'll, get started. It doesn't say how many people are in the stream. It usually says that. I don't know why they changed that. Yo, what's up, everybody? I digress. What's up, Matt? Can the people that are in here tell me if this sounds and looks good? I changed some settings around, and I have no idea if it's good. So any feedback would be greatly appreciated before I get into it, because we have a lot to unbox, and I'm excited to get into it, and I don't even know what's in these boxes. Sounds and looks good. Yes, thank you, Michael. Excellent. Kick everyone out of the chat. I want to talk to you personally. Well, it looks like you're the boxer. I guess you gotta beat everybody out of the chat. Good afternoon, Lisa. Cool. Thank you so much, Josh. Appreciate that feedback. Awesome. How y'all doing? What's going on? How was your holiday season? How was your New Year's Eve? My New Year's Eve was amazing because I spent it with the pop star Robin in Brooklyn, New York, and I got to see her perform her first show in a long time. She was amazing. Rung in the new year with the Queen of Pop, so that was fun. How about you guys? What did you guys get into? Hey, what's up, Marty? Good to see you, homie. When are you gonna bike on up to the shop and do a little dig? Yeah, we have a lot of boxes to open, folks. I don't even want to count. I mean, there's a lot. So I suppose we can just get into it. The people that show up late will miss a few things, but they'll be back to watch them later, I guess, if it's going to be on YouTube. So, all right, let's get started. A little Mondo Death Waltz box. I don't know what I ordered from... I don't remember what I ordered from them. Some of this stuff is possibly pretty old. I've had some stuff sitting there for a minute. Oh, I do know what I ordered. Hell yeah. Okay, I'm very excited about this. This is Rat Wars Saga by Health. So Health is an incredible... How do I even describe them? It's like ethereal while still being really industrial and heavy. Really nice kind of like floaty, soft vocals, but like really driving, pulsing synths. They're amazing. And this is a record of theirs I've not heard yet, and I'm excited. I think it's their newest release, 2024, I believe. And it has, I think, two records in one, or maybe it's like a record and an EP, I'm not sure. But ultimately, there's no Health I've really heard except maybe their very earliest stuff before they truly discovered their sound that I didn't love. So I'm really excited to give this one a listen. Yeah, God. My favorite, if you want a song to start with Health, if you don't know them, listen to the song Stone Fist. Listen while you're driving, but be careful because you might accidentally start speeding, and you don't want to get into an accident. But yes, fantastic, love Health. I forgot I ordered that. I'm actually very excited to listen to that. And I feel like I've seen them live before, but now I don't remember. Alright. What am I looking at? Oh, yeah. Cool. So, this is an indie pop band called Blood Cultures. And I discovered them because I'm plugged into the video game vinyl scene, and I guess they're doing the soundtrack for this skateboard game that came out called Skate Story, or Skate Stories? Skate Story. And I listened to some of the music, and I thought it was really interesting, kind of unique pop. So I was like, wow, this band is kind of like flown under my radar. Found out they had a few records prior to this. I listened to one called, I believe it's called Luso? Luno? It's either Luso or Luno. And it was also really good. Just really solid indie pop with a lot of character, a lot of kind of like great production and unique sounds featured. Just really catchy front to back. So I pre-ordered this one out of curiosity just to see how it would, I like the idea of like an indie pop artist doing a soundtrack to a skateboarding game. I don't know. To me, that just sounds really cool. So pre-ordered this. I have no idea if it's good, but I hope it is. Yeah, they flew under my radar. Some of their earlier releases are very, very expensive and hard to find. So it's one of those bands where I'm just like, how did I miss this? But that's the thing these days. There's just so much music out there. It's like, it's kind of getting crazy to keep up with everything, right? Even as a record store owner, I'm like, just trying to keep up is a full-time job. What is in here? This feels like a hefty. Yeah, all right. Two boxes inside of one box. Very cool. If y'all have questions for me, I'll try to answer them at the end of the live stream. If you want me to answer them right away, feel free to throw me a super chat, which is like a donation, and I'll answer it right away. Otherwise, we can wait till the end and see how much time we have. Oh, yeah, these are, okay, this is cool. So this is, if you guys are big fans of the channel, you might know what I'm talking about. If you're not, you're going to be like, what are you talking about? Okay, so a while ago, I made a video. I'm actually going to be making this video. My voice is a little like, I was sick last week, so my voice is still a little like off. I'm going to make a video soon, which is a video I make every single year, which is my top, or my 7 holy grail goals that I want for 2026. So, 1 year I talked about wanting to get this Japanese band, Saka Nation. All their stuff was out of print, going for like hundreds of dollars. And a friend of mine who has connections in Japan was able to track down 2 of their records. Pretty expensive still. I think I paid like maybe $200 a piece. But I was like, I bet you these are going to be impossible to find. And then like a couple months ago, they just announced they're reissuing all of them. They're still Japanese imports, so it wasn't like crazy cheap. But I was like, yeah, that is what would happen. I would order these 2 expensive records, and then they'd finally make them available. But I ordered the 2 that I'm missing. Again, not super cheap, but really good. If you like, it's sung in Japanese, so if you don't mind that, really, really good. I guess like pop/rock with some elements of like new wave at times. I was just really captivated by their sound. I thought they were really cool. This one's called Go to the Future, and this one's called, man, I'm not going to pronounce this, Kikuyuki? I don't know. But yeah, they're really good, and if you like Saka Nation, I would check them out now and try to order them now, because if they go out of print, who knows how long it'll be if they ever get a repress, and last time this happened, they were going for $200 to $500 a piece. So keep an eye on them. I'm glad I have 4 now. I wish I didn't pay as much for the 2, but that's kind of like the nature of this hobby, right? You tell yourself, I want this record enough, then I'm going to justify this. I'm going to bet on it not getting a reissue, and then sometimes it does. So, oh my God, this mailer there's no hope for this guy. All right, this is Pilot Talk 2, one of my favorite tapes by Currency. Currency is an amazing rapper who has over 100 records and tapes by now, probably, and most of them are like fine. Some of them are not. Some of them are whatever. Some are good, and a few of them are great. This one is in the great category. It was kind of like, I guess, earlier on in his output, so he was hungrier maybe. But I'm a little miffed on how they did this because they released Pilot Talk 1, and then they had Pilot Talk 3 and 4 that existed as well. Those records aren't that good, but Pilot Talk 2 was amazing. So 2 is never on vinyl. And then Curren$y dropped this huge box set where he's like, oh, you can get Pilot Talk 1, 2, 3, and 4 and this only in this vinyl box set. So if you purchase Pilot Talk 1, you have to repurchase it for the box set. But if you wanted 2, you would have to buy 3 and 4 that you don't need. So I was like, okay, I really want 2, so I'm going to buy this box set. And then they announced 2 like a year later as a standalone for Record Store Day. It just feels like a lot of these artists and labels sometimes want to insult their audience by like making them rebuy the same thing over and over again, and it feels frustrating. But and now it's hard. Now I'm trying to sell that box. I can't sell it. I'm selling it for less than I paid for it. I can't sell it because like people just wanted it for this, and now you can get this. Now the other crux of this conversation that I will bring up is this was a Record Store Day Black Friday release from this past Black Friday. If you've been following YouTube, you probably saw what happened with Black Friday, with Record Store Day, and with my shop. I'm not going to get into it in this video, but it's worth going back in my videos and watching if you haven't seen yet. I wasn't able to get this record, as I usually would have been able to, but I was able to find it for less than MSRP. So this is one of those instances I talk about in my video where Record Store Day is getting full of these releases that stores have to pay up for, and they can't even sell them at a profit. Sometimes they have to sell them at a loss, and sometimes not even at all. So there's a huge issue inherently with RSD as an entity, but we'll get into that over time. I'm just happy to own Pilot Talk 2, and hopefully I could sell that box set for at least close to what I paid for it, and maybe some big Curren$y fan. I think there was like a couple little fun things in there that were little knickknacks and stuff. I don't know. Oh yeah, cool. From the private collection of Saba and No ID. No ID, one of the most important producers in hip hop. Saba, one of my favorite modern rappers. I feel like every single release of his is different, unique. There something about Saba as a artist is intriguing to me because he's consistent, but he innovates himself, and I think that's kind of rare. I feel like sometimes when an artist hits a groove, they start to release watered down or similar versions of the same thing over and over again. And Saba has impressed me from his first big tape, Bucket List Project, all the way to this. I guess this is I don't know if this is actually a full record or if it's a bunch of like random songs they've done over the years. I genuinely don't know, but anything Saba related I'm interested in, and then No ID is just, that's a no-brainer right there. So very cool. Let's keep the train rolling. Oh yeah, this is rad. This is a band, what are they called? Computer. The band's called Computer, and the EP is called Zero. This is something that I heard in a video. Like, I saw some video come on my algorithm that used one of these songs as the backing track, and immediately it just, like, it caught me, like, in the ear in the right way. It's, like, the most catchy Midwest emo guitar riff, like, one of those kind of, like, really noodly, math rocky, meandering Midwest emo guitar riffs, and it just kept going throughout the song, and it was so catchy. I forget which song. It might be All in My Head or I'll Be Waiting, but I listened to the whole EP and I thought it was so good. I think these guys are crazy underrated. If you like Midwest emo and you have not listened to Computer yet, definitely give it a shot. Like, it brings back all the feels of like the nostalgic era of Midwest emo stuff, but they're definitely within their own lane as well. So really like them. Shout out to N. McGregor for all the comments in the chat. I don't know if there's anyone else in here but you and me at this point, but I appreciate you being here and being so participatory. So thank you. This is one of those mailers. I'm just gonna slowly just destroy the thing until I get it across. Ah, just bent my nail. Ow. Damn. No one told you that collecting records could be a dangerous sport. Oh, Marty's here still. Paul is driving and listening. Okay, that's cool. It sucks that you're listening because you're missing the visuals of the records, but the fact that you're here anyway means a lot. Thank you for taking the time. Please drive safely, of course. Oh, yeah, here we go. The interstellar music of Martin Glass. Martin Glass is a very interesting musician. He has a record that is one of my holy grails that I don't have. It's like Exotica, but with like a modern kind of like electronica ambient twist to it. This record is not as good as that record, but because I can't own that other record, I got this as like a consolation prize. It's still very good. It's more of like a space age kind of like spacey electronic record. But he said he's never going to repress the one I really want. So I'm basically forced to just pay up for it someday. But this record is quite good, and I wanted to grab it before it went out of stock because it's, I believe, still currently in stock. And I saw what happened with the other one. I just didn't want to have regrets. But Martin Glass, really good. If you like ambient, exotica, electronica, vaporwave, anything in that four-wave Venn diagram, definitely give Martin Glass a listen. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I'll be actually talking about that Martin Glass record in an upcoming video. There's a little teaser for all 10 of you or whoever many people are in here. I'm starting to build Box Mountain over here, and it is not good. Okay. This is the third volume of Vampire Weekend, Frog on the Bass Drum, Volume 3, Weekend at the Garden. Vampire Weekend, much like the Grateful Dead-esque band that they are slowly morphing into, are putting out a lot of interesting live releases, especially physical releases. And they've done 2 of these Frog on the Bass Drum releases up until now. This is the third one. They're all awesome recordings from various live shows. Their live show is unreal. Their most recent tour they did, they were doing something really... The spines don't match? Oh, brutal. Why are they doing this to us? On their most recent tour, they're doing something where during the encore, they're allowing people to shout out requests of any song, like not a Vampire Weekend song, just like any song, like My Best Friend's Girl by the Colors, and like they'll just like pick like 5 or 7 random songs from all right, we got something political and this person's gonna get kicked out because we're talking music. We don't talk politics here. There's no reason to. Yeah, so they'll just try to play those songs as best as they humanly can. And it's hilarious. It's so much fun. There's footage of this stuff of them just trying to play songs from memory, like the whole band. It's really cool. But this Frog on the Bass Drum is a really, really cool set of songs because the first one, Sympathy into New Dorp, New York is killer. Sympathy is one of their best tracks, and New Dorp is one of their best like collabs they did with Subtract. And then we get their cover of Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. 8 minutes! An 8-minute cover of Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, Billy Joel. And then we got a rare Diplomat's Son, which they played, I think, once or twice on the last tour. And here's the request zone. We got the Seinfeld theme, the Monster Mash, and the theme from New York, New York. They're just so fun. I don't understand anyone that hates on Vampire Weekend. They're just like one of the most unique, fun bands. They have such a blast doing what they're doing, and it really shows. So, hey, what's up, Will? Good to see you, man. All right. What is this? It's a lot of bubble wrap we got here. Okay. All right, what is this? Oh, I know what this is. I can't show this because this is actually this is a surprise for somebody who might be in this chat right now, and I don't want them to be. I don't want to ruin the surprise, even though they don't like surprises. But I am who I am. All right. Sorry, guys. That's not that exciting. It's pretty niche. I don't think anybody would even know what I'm talking about, so you're not missing out on much. Let's move on. Oh, I heard about this. This is so cool. This is so cool. I will stan Interscope Vinyl Club until the day I die. Unlike other vinyl clubs that have really just shit the bed, Interscope Vinyl Club has been good since day one. They're putting out interesting variants, cover variants, colored vinyl variants, enhanced versions, deluxe versions of classic Interscope titles, and their hit ratio is like 80% hits. Like, it's really just been consistently great since day one. I've been so happy and impressed with almost every single record they've sent, and they just sent this out, which says, to our day ones, thanks for spinning with. This is not sponsored. This is not like they didn't just send me this. They sent everyone who's been a sub since day one. Thanks for spinning with the Interscope Vinyl Collective these past 2 years. It's been an incredible ride with iconic music. To show love to our biggest supporters, we're gifting you an exclusive IVC vinyl crate to store your growing collection in style. You'll need to save some space for what's to come in 2026. So this is literally... They sent me a crate, like a vinyl crate, that's branded Interscope Vinyl. That's so cool. Like, I was with Vinyl Me Please for almost 10 years, and the only thing they sent me was frustration and the occasional damaged record. They were fine. Vinyl Me Please was fine until the end, but whoa, this is crazy. Okay, this is such a well-designed crate too. Look at this. Hold on. Let me Megazord this shit together. It's idiot-proof. Even a guy like me can put this together. Wow, wow, wow. This is such a cool thing. It's just a piece of plastic. It's just a plastic plate. Or plastic plates put together. But it's the gesture to thank people who supported them, but then it's also the idea of like what is to come. They're doubling down. They're like, we're just going to send this out because we have so much heat. We have so much gas in the tank ready to go. So cool. I love this. I'm very, very stoked. Oh my God. Josh, you got to reach out. If they knew who you were, Josh, and they knew how wonderful you were, they would be fools to not send you a crate. So anyway, that's just my unpaid advertisement for Interscope Vinyl Collective. They're freaking awesome. And that's proof right there. Although, if they never send Josh his crate, I'm going to be pissed off. So this is something that I wish I had a few weeks ago, but alas, I did not. This is Perfect Teeth by Unrest. This is an amazing 90s alt-rock record. A little lo-fi at times, super catchy. The first track... Wait, not the first track. Oh, yeah, the first track. This is weird. The back has like a weird... The back of the jacket only shows C and D. I don't know where the A and B is. The first track... What is it called? It's called like Angel Walk Me Home or something. Oh, I see why. It's like they did the... It's like the Moon and Antarctica thing that Modest Mouse does. It's like two different records, kind of. But yeah, Unrest is really, really good, and I was lucky enough to have the singer from Unrest, Mark Robinson, play my shop. He was passing through Portland, wanted to do like a guerrilla in-store, and I got reached out to, and he came and played the shop, and it was awesome. He played for like, I don't know, 50 minutes. He played songs from Unrest, he played songs from his other projects, and there were like, I don't know, 25 people in the store just like rocking out, enjoying the music. It was really cool. And Perfect Teeth is like their magnum opus. It's like their best full LP. And I wish I had this at the time because I would have had him sign it, but alas, I realized I had a gap in my catalog. I didn't own this. And this is a 30th anniversary edition. So has a bunch of extra songs on it. Hopefully he comes through again, and maybe I can get him to sign it in the future. But yeah, awesome. So cool. I feel like this is one of our better unboxings. I wish more people were here for this, but I guess it's harder to capture everyone's attention these days. Hopefully people watch this after the fact. I appreciate all of you being here. Whoa! Just dropping records left and right. Okay, what is happening here? I'm messing up over here, y'all. Okay. Alright. Give me a second. Almost there. This is something that I discovered via Bandcamp, so I don't have too much to say about it. But this is Analog Mutants, Brothers of Invention. Really good kind of esoteric underground hip-hop, you know, for fans of like Aesop Rock and, you know, just kind of things that are a little offbeat. I just thought it was really cool what I heard of it, and I thought the cover art was really, really rad. So I grabbed it. Can't wait to give it a full listen, but I don't really know much about it, so I can't really wax poetic about it. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, I caved and I decided to finally order these Danzig reissues. So Danzig 1 is a gatefold. Danzig 2, is it? I can't tell. These are like the most unexpected reissues to happen in the vinyl community that I can think of, and it's crazy. Like, for a long time I had heard that Danzig was at a stalemate with Rick Rubin, who had the rights to the records through American Recording, and the story I heard was that Danzig said he won't reissue his records unless he gets $100,000 and $10 per sale of every copy, which would be an impossible task for any label to be able to afford. So basically him saying, F you, I'm not going to reissue these. And then all of a sudden, Danzig 1 through 4, official reissues announced. I wasn't going to order them because I own first presses of Danzig 2 and 1. They cost me a pretty penny as well. But my copies are like VG Plus at best. Like, they're a little noisy. And then I heard that these sound killer. So I'm probably going to A/B them with my originals. And if they sound as good or better, I'll just sell the originals in the shop. Because there's always someone who would kill for original versus repress. And for me, for most artists, I just want a good sounding pressing. It doesn't have to be the first. So really cool that these are finally getting a reissue. Hold on. Let's do something cool. There it is. That's a screenshot right there. Okay, cool. No one's talking anymore. I hope that... It's so weird that I can't see how many people are in the chat, so I'm just like assuming people are still here. Once in a while someone just be like, hey, we're here. We're just vibing. Oh, Mantis Toboggan is here. Dr. Mantis Toboggan. Oh, there's 25 people. Okay, good. Thank you for the thank you for the reminder. This is some video game stuff that, as you guys know who watch my streams, sometimes I can't share video game things because they're under embargo. So this is one of those things, so we're going to move past that. However, look at this! My man, Richard Hotton, the absolute legend, the GOAT, one of my friends in real life, and I'm grateful to have him as a friend. He is one of my favorite musicians, like I said. He does incredible compositions with his guitar. Some of it leans folktronica, some of it leans like Brazilian, some of it leans that he sometimes incorporates electronics to, like I said, the folktronica element. I've been talking about Richard Houghton for over 10 years on this channel because I think he's that good. And this is his latest release. This feels like heavy. It feels like he might have included something else in here. So let's see. Look how sweet this man is. He designed all the mailers. He like took the time to like, I don't know. This guy just rules. I have another mailer of his over there that is like he put a bunch of like foil shiny paper on it. I don't know. He's in it for the love of the music. He's not here to get rich. He's here to just like make awesome art and make sure people get it who love his art. I don't know. He's just great. But let's see what's in this as I'm mangling his incredible mailer. My dream, which I'm going to manifest by saying it in the chat right now, is Richard's in a band called The Cosmic Gift. The drummer, Brandon Berger, lives here in Portland. He's become a friend since I moved here. And I pressed one of their records in 2019 on my label. A Cosmic Gift is also freaking incredible. Just like really like heady, spacey, cool compositions with great drumming, great guitar, floaty, ethereal. And my dream is that A Cosmic Gift plays their first ever live show at my store for the 4-year anniversary in May. I've been planting this seed for a long time. Richard had a child recently, so I feel like it's harder for him to necessarily get around. He doesn't usually play a ton of shows, but I'm really just hoping I can make that happen. So, oh, I got a note. It says, "Hey Matt, cheers, buddy, Richard." Now Richard's signature is gonna be worth something one day. He included some little stickers, little stickies, including one of his best records, "Sailing the Rainbow Seas," or sailing through rainbows of sound, not the Rainbow Seas. There's a couple things in here. There's Sampling with Franny, which is like a record of his that I missed ordering. I think he had like one copy left. Really pretty marbling on this one. And then this is his recent release, which is what's the name of this record? He's included a few things in here. Is this all the same Gatherings? Yeah, this is all the same record. It's disc 1, disc 2, and disc 3 of Gatherings. This guy is so prolific. Look at how many songs are on this release. Like, this is all one album. He's a genius. I'm so in awe of his, and the art's beautiful too. I think there were only 100 copies of Gatherings on vinyl because it's so expensive to make 3-disc records. And I don't know if it's still in stock, but if it's not, or if it is, go buy it. Like a lot of Richard's stuff people catch on to later, and then they're like, "Oh my god, I have to pay hundreds of dollars for this," and it's like, yeah, because you missed it. Because you didn't trust in Matt talking about it endlessly on his YouTube channel. Yeah, shout out to Richard. I really hope that I can get you to come play the store. That would be just the loveliest treat. Man, I am really having such bad luck with these today. Like, okay. Another Interscope Vinyl Club. Let's see what this record is. Classic hip-hop record that I actually don't own. This is D12 Devil's Night. D12 obviously is closely affiliated with the great Eminem, who is the EP on this record. And yeah, if you like kind of like horrorcore, like hardcore hip-hop, D12 does it as well as the best of them. And with Eminem at the wheel as the producer, I feel like he's featured on a couple tracks on here too. Maybe I'm wrong, but it doesn't say any features on the back, but I'm pretty sure he's on a track or two on here. But yeah, really good record, really solid reissue choice for them. And then I think I see another mailer from Interscope Vinyl Club. This one's Coral. What? Have you ever seen a Coral record mailer? I've never seen this before in my life. So cool. Just as hard to open. Okay, I got it. I found a technique where you put your whole hand in and just kind of run it. All right, what is this one? So this one's gonna eventually be in the store. This is not for me. This is not my artist. I'm not a huge Playboi Carti fan, but I know that's sacrilege for some people. This is one of Playboi Carti's famous records, Whole Lotta Red. I've just never really gotten into Playboi Carti. There's just, it kind of just isn't quite what I look for in music. I'm not a big trap guy in general. Like, some of it can get me, like some Young Thug kind of speaks to me. But yeah, I know a lot of people are going to be very excited about this, especially the whole redded out cover. I know the original was like white, so to do red with a red cover, this is like, I don't know, it's the little things, it's like it's a cool thought that they're like, how do we differentiate this and make it feel special for the people in this club? And I love that. I love that. Okay, we got a few more, folks, and then we'll do a few questions if anyone has them. So load those questions up in the question cannon. Okay, this is The Wild, The Innocent, and the TV Shuffle, which is a TV Girl. I think this is one of their earlier records. This might have been before. I'm going to check my phone. This might have been before French Exit. But TV Girl obviously has risen to quite a bit of fame. I would say, I remember I used to go see TV Girl perform in like 2013, 14 in LA at like a club that had like 12 people in it. Like, I remember being like, these guys rule! And now they're just like huge, you know what I mean? And I love that for them. Where did this, what is the, I don't know, okay, this record, okay, yeah, this is their first record. So this came out before French Exit. I saw that they pressed this to vinyl. I've never even heard this record, but if it's from that era, which I think is like their best era, like I really love most of their stuff. I mean, Who Really Cares is excellent. Death of a Party Girl has a lot of great tracks on it, but I'm excited to hear this kind of early material that eventually turned into the sound that they pioneered on French Exit. If you don't know TV Girl, it's like bedroom pop, but with a nice kind of like fantastical flair to it. Really kind of whimsical and sardonic. I don't know, it's just really easy to get into. I think anybody would appreciate it. Oh yeah, super excited about this. Jack's Mannequin Strings Attached EP. So this is, I believe this is either acoustic songs or with an orchestra. I forgot which one it is, but it's a few songs from the absolute 10 out of 10 banger Everything in Transit, which is the first Jack's Mannequin record. And this is, the songs they chose are like the best songs on the record. They chose Holiday from Real, Bruised, Dark Blue, I'm Ready, and the mixtape. It's just like perfect selection. And yeah, I'm excited to hear this, whether it's stripped down or it's performed with an orchestra. I'm excited for alternate versions of any of these tracks. This is one of the best emo rock records of all time. Put it on the Mount Rushmore. I got to go see them perform this live in Seattle a month or two ago. Whew, that show was fantastic. Andrew McMahon is such a good frontman. He just draws you in with his gratitude. It's so interesting. I love it. All right, so let's see. A few more left. Another one from the MySpace days. Yeah, it's true. Oh, speaking of, this is the actual album, Everything in Transit. I forgot I ordered this variant. I have the Music on Vinyl Blue variant, which for a long time was going for hundreds of dollars. They recently repressed this record with a bunch of different variants, but not Music on Vinyl. I feel like Music on Vinyl does a great job sonically, and I just ordered this specifically to A/B test and see if one of them sounded better than the other, because one of them is going to go in the shop, and the other one will stay with me. But yeah, so good. I have a feeling the Music on Vinyl one's going to sound better. That's my gut, but I suppose I stand to be corrected, you know? I have barricaded myself in with these boxes. I don't know how I'm going to get out of this room. All right. 2 albums by the great Eevee. Eevee is a lo-fi hip-hop producer. She's really talented. I like every tape she's ever put out. And as a big lo-fi hip-hop guy, I felt like I had to grab these 2 releases. I haven't even heard them yet, but Eevee is one of those artists where when she puts out music, I'm just going to trust it's going to be worth having. And if for some reason it doesn't click with me, really cool stuff to put in the shop. So this is like a no-brainer for me. Also, just love the cover art, especially this one. Look at that. Oh, so cool. Shout out to Eevee if you're watching this. I know you're probably not, but so good. Oh, one more Interscope Vinyl Club as our final unboxing for the day. And we have Misfits American Psycho. This is a post Danzig Misfits record. Actually pretty good though. Pretty good for if you don't need Danzig's vocals on it. Pretty solid. I mean Jerry's obviously still there, but yeah, one of the better Misfits records I would say. And for a long time it was very out of print. There was one original issue, and then there were like 50 unofficial bootlegs that existed over the years. Lots of bootlegs of Misfits stuff because Misfits fans are crazy. I found an original in Japan last April, and I paid like $90 or $100 thinking I would sell it in the store for like $150 maybe. Ended up selling it online for like $120 or $110 or something. I didn't make almost anything on it. And then they announced the repress, and I was like, okay, cool. So now I get to own it without having to spend all that money, which is nice. I kind of just like made my money back on what I thought was going to be a cool buy, but I guess no one was grabbing it at the shop. But there's obviously enough demand to have it be done through IVC. So interesting how things work. A lot of record buying and selling is timing, and that's something you got to learn the hard way. But yeah, those are my unboxings. I finally have freed up a large portion of my downstairs from all these boxes, and now I have to put them somewhere. But yeah, anyone have any questions, any thoughts, any requests for this year for Too Many Records? I really would like to get my output of videos upped. I really want to figure out how. It's hard to, I've been doing YouTube basically alone for almost 10 years. And it's hard to do it all. It's hard to ideate and film and edit and promote the videos, especially while running a store. So I would like to do more videos. It would be cool if I had like a team, but I'm just not in a place where I have that. So it would be great to figure out how to do more videos for short form, how to do more long form videos, like at least one a week. So that's on my mind, and I have a lot of great ideas. It's just finding the time to do that. More vinyl intervention videos. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'll get Goose over here to do some vinyl intervention. Maybe even other people in my life. Maybe someone else will want to come do vinyl intervention. Who knows? I'll get some different colorful faces in there. Dorothy, I'm sure you'd love to do vinyl intervention. I bought that American Psycho in Japan. What Robin variant did I grab? I grabbed like all of them because I was like, there are people in my life who want them, so I was like, I'll just gather everyone I can and then we'll all disseminate them when they come. I think I got the white, the deluxe clear, which for the record is a ripoff. That price is crazy for what you get, but it's Robin, so I'll forgive her. And I snagged the Amoeba Magenta before they upped the pressing amount. So that's, you guys know that's an irksome thing to me when someone's like limited to 300 and then they're like, just kidding, we sold out so fast, limited to 500. It's like, okay, that's fine. Either don't make it limited or be honest with the limit. Like, it sucks to be in the middle. Your album's been mastered. You should have it pressed in the coming months. Yeah, man. I can't wait to hear it. Definitely bring me a copy. Bring a couple copies to do on consignment for the store, too. That'd be great. New York Record Hunt was great. I was just in New York, like I said, for the holidays, and found a ton of great stuff. Some of it's still being shipped back to me. Some of it I brought. Some things that'll be ending up in the 4-year anniversary for Too Many Records in May. Some stuff that'll be going out before that, so pretty cool. Always do my RSD list. Yeah, it'll be interesting this year to do my thoughts on the Record Store Day list with my positioning. Because here's the thing, they may not want me to participate in Record Store Day. It doesn't mean I can't share my thoughts on Record Store Day. I've been doing it for 11 years. I'm going to keep doing it because I have a channel to talk about vinyl and the vinyl community, and that is a part of it, for better or for worse. And I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So it's not like kicking me out is going to stop me from sharing my opinion. I hope for everyone's sake they get their shit together and it's better, but we will see. How many 4-inch records are on the list? How many zoetropes? Are we talking 20, 30? Let's find out. You put a video on your channel about a festival you visited. Took a lot of work to put it together. Lowest numbers of viewers ever on your channel. Yeah, I've noticed that for myself too. If you deviate from what people expect, oftentimes it flops. It's tough as a creator on here to get pigeonholed into doing one specific thing. But just keep putting out content. Old videos sometimes resurface and get more views. Sometimes, you never know. The internet is the Wild West. What day in May for the anniversary? I don't know yet, but if you're going out of town, Josh, let me know. Let me know what day you want it to be. My guess, if I had to guess right now, just looking at a calendar, my guess is that the anniversary is going to fall on the 23rd. Either the 23rd or the 30th of May. That's my thought. But we'll have to think about it as it gets closer. Okay, y'all. I got some more work to do, so thank you so much for joining me for this stream. I appreciate all of you. And definitely we'll be doing more in the future. And like I said, I'm trying to get more videos out, so keep an eye. And if you're local, come by the shop and say hi. Happy New Year.